the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running.
What up, everybody? We all dressed up. I told y'all like the other day in one of the videos from last week that I lost a friend, great guy, and his service was this morning. We had a long road trip, like what, three hours? It was like Sanford, North Carolina, so it was like 3 hours from us, and we're heading back home now. And I'm not super used to being off on a Saturday. I had to go out and buy dress shorts. Guys, I don't know if y'all notice about me, but a lot of people, if you see me at Ruckus and stuff, I've had it mentioned before, like,
He looks homeless. No, I'm just
well, other than the fact that I look homeless all the time. It'll be like 30 some odd degrees outside and I wear shorts. All I wear is shorts. I ain't wore pants in like 10 years. So yeah, all I have is dicky shorts that I work in the tattoo or work on car audio in. So I had to buy a pair of dress shorts. It's tougher than you think, guys. But anyway, there ain't really going to be a Basshead Sunday this week, tomorrow, because Dustin is going out of town. So I guess me and Deb are going to do Basshead Sunday at Dustin's shop. So yeah, the Basshead Sunday show is going to be like the co-host.
got keys to the candy store.
Deb's like, I got keys to the candy store. Dustin did give me a key to the shop, so we're going to work on the Blazer tomorrow. The DS18 EXL XX subs are getting stupid and jangling, guys. Like, it's the first time I've really looked at my videos and I can see my cheeks moving and the tip of my nose like moving. But I got a big ass nose, so it'd probably be easier to move than a small nose. But still. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like reach out, touch a little bit, let y'all know what's going on and what we got planned. So probably won't film shit later today after this. We'll just jump into it tomorrow. So here we are at Main Street Window Tinting. I got to drive Bobby Yeager this morning because it was in here and I had to pull it out. Dustin even left me the key in it. You know that we're forming brotherhood if the man just lets me, he gives me a key to a shop. But I mean, more than that, I had to pull Bobby Yeager out. And he just left Bobby Yeager here for me and he told me where the key was at. So here we still have Will subs, and I've been talking with Will on the phone a lot, working some stuff out with him because he bought a vehicle that was already set up for 615s and a 6th, and they really everything, rear chamber, rear port, front port, is all wrong. And he said this thing had, I think, ZV5s or ZV6s in it on 2 salt 8s, and it would not do a 60. It should have been doing 60s on music. So when he told me all of the port specs, or when I saw him, that's why I hit him up and we started talking. But long story short, I didn't want the man to buy them subs for me and put them in and be like, hey, these subs is kind of jacked, they're bottoming or whatever, and not be nothing to do with the sub. It's everything to do with the enclosure. So I'm definitely working with him on that. Not even charging the guy. Hell of a guy right here. Anyway, we got to do some work on the Blazer. Pulling the old subs out today, the front port out, and I need to get my big ass in there, which this is where I miss my co-host, Dustin. Co-host. This is where I miss him because that dude's so skinny. He can and this is a big top chamber on here. He can literally crawl in there and set up. But I'll get in there and do it. I want to move the speaker terminals from the top chamber, because subs are inverted, down to the bottom chamber like I did in Jangalang. Because we mountain subs, motors in. And once again, I'm gonna tell y'all, just like I told the dude that's buying the subs from me, I'm learning a whole lot about six orders in general. I've had my bottom chamber game on point for a while. It's been good. But I'm learning a whole lot more from Bobby Mansfield. And I'm not going to take all the credit for this shit, because Bobby, he deserves all the shout outs that I can give him, because, like, let's face it, I mean, he's teaching me a lot. And to me, that means a lot. So I ain't doing this shit on my own. I mean, I'm doing the work on my own today, but normally, you know, like I said, I got Dustin helping, which I really appreciate that. And yeah, everything's gonna look, oh shit, everything's gonna look good in here. It's gonna be a little challenging, because I need to get to the side of this enclosure with some speaker wires, but I'm not gonna be able to, because amp's right there. You know, now that I think of it, I don't know if I do have speaker wire ran from over there under to here. With all the amps being right here, I might just move all of them to this side. See what I'm talking about? Make all the sub wiring come out this side versus this side, because I got this battery in the way. I can see it, a big piece of red and black down for sound wire coming out of the side over there. But with that battery being in the way, here, I'll flip this around. See, right now you see speaker terminals for two subwoofers. I need to move them down beyond this break. I know my baffle's right here, so they need to go down to end the bottom chamber. But right here, you see that? That's that down for sound 8 gauge. It comes out this side. But I think I did this before I mounted the C-Max in here. So I don't know. It's going to be a bitch to get on that side to get that wires. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run it all out here off one side. No problem. I'll be back when I figure this shit out. So I got the port out. And I took measurements with the port in. You know, we like 31 by 25. Which gives us front port of 387.5. But you got to remember, this was actually designed for that big ass aero port. We shrunk the port, guys. We shrunk it. Got to keep that in mind. This is no longer relevant. So now, with 60 square inches of port in the rear, 4 to 5 times that, it's going to be 240 to 300. But I definitely wanted to get that measurement done before I tore it apart. We got a guy that's wanting to buy that bad boy. we gotta find a box to put in, and we'll talk to him some more. Deb's been talking to him. Also, I was gonna let y'all know, don't even judge the hair. It is hoodie weather today. Yeah, it's hoodie weather. So anyway, guys, I am talking to a guy about doing a build for him. And it's going to be a pretty big build. Right now, he's trying to determine. He's supposed to come in next Sunday when me and Dustin are both here and talk to us. He might just have us do the whole thing. Like drop the car off stripped, like gutted from B-pillar back, and pick it up playing. We don't know what all he wants to do yet. But guys, if you got a build you want done, even if you're in our area here, you know, in like the North Myrtle Beach area, we will build you a ported box if that's all you need done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been slow with the tattoo shop, so like honestly, and it's kind of slow window tinting right now. I mean, Dustin's got cars in here that he's doing smaller systems on, but I myself am trying to look for a side hustle, and you know, I'm thinking if I build a box for you, it's kind of a win-win for me if we do a build, because one, it's putting money for me to pay bills and giving me footage on here to film for YouTube rather than messing with the same old stuff. So yeah, if you need something done, hit us up, man. My email is jerryaintloud@gmail.com. So, yeah, hit me with an email. But we are looking for stuff to do. And it's been a long time coming for me to take builds. And if I can get enough stuff to do, I might just quit tattooing altogether, except for maybe one day a week or by appointment only or something. But, yeah, right now, the economy's pretty tanked, and there just ain't a whole lot of tattoo work to go around, because in Myrtle Beach, all the tattoo shops are on one strip, and the parking lot would be dead. That's enough of that shit. We got to get back to work. Two of them out. So each sub has 8 screws. Yeah, 2 times 8, 16. So specs, here we go. 1 screw per sub came out. The rest of them broke off. Man, when I bought these specs, you know, guys, this is what I got. I normally run like the GRK or whatever the hell they are. And I've had really, really good luck with them. I've used them in a lot of builds. And the same thing with them. I get the number 10 by 2, number 10 by 2.5. They have a T25 head, which is great. Specs, for some reason, they got like a more aggressive thread on them, but they take a T20. So even in the enclosure and jangling, one of the heads stripped out. New bit even. I've never used T20. What the hell I use T20 for? Everything I have is T25. Like every deck screw I've ever got. But when I come in here this morning and just like, God, I'm using a little, where the hell did I put it? I lost the impact. Anyway, I'm just using a little DeWalt 1/4 inch drive impact. You know, something like this. But, yeah, they started snapping off. I'm like, what the hell? Everybody's always like, use specs, use specs. No, don't. Pass them right up and go to like the I think it's GRK or whatever I've been using forever, and I've had really good luck with. And when I was in there, I'm like, everybody talks about specs. I want to try specs. That lets me know why they were $1 or $2 cheaper a box. Like, it's almost like they're made out of aluminum. But they do kind of, like, they don't do it well, but they kind of stick to a subwoofer magnet. So, yeah, don't get that shit. There's a reason it's a couple of dollars cheaper a box. Now, I am going to let y'all know, and I've talked about it before, the enclosure in there is made out of maple, which is a very, very hardwood. And I've used the birch, like you get at Lowe's and shit, and just putting a regular deck screw in, I can sink it in there. In this maple, you're not going to sink it. You need to drill a pilot hole because I've broken lots of good screws off, like way higher quality than the specs in there, putting that together. But I just wanted to touch on that because everybody's always raving about the specs, and I think they're garbage. And that's just from how they're treating me here recently, you know. I had a bad vibe when the head stripped out on one. And then this morning in here pulling subs, and I broke 14. I broke 14. 2 survived, but I'm gonna get these other 2 subs out of here. So yeah, what'd you do? Oh yeah, 3 out of 32. That's some crazy shit. Now, I thought it was gonna be 4. As you can see, they've all just broken off flush. Except for that one. It started coming out. And then it decided to snap. It's the craziest shit, guys. Like, really. It is the craziest shit. So, I got to get down in that corner and drill 2 holes that way. 4, actually. Right now, I have it to where I got like 1 wire per subwoofer. And, you know, I could go back to that, but I don't think I'm going to. Reason being, with 415s in here, and the amps are strapped, I can just run like them 2 subs on 1 wire there, these front 2 on 1 wire there, and be done. It works good for me. If she blows 1 amp, I can just unstrap 2 good ones and wire it up on 2. So it'll work out. You know, even if you just run 1 amplifier, then you got the 2 terminals over for all 4 speakers. The only thing this would be good for, having it wired the way I've got it wired now, is if you run something like tar amps and you want to do 1 amp per sub. But considering that I strap in here, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, guys. So anyway, I need to get that shit unbolted. I need to pull them out. The threaded rod. You drill 4 holes down there, shove it through, and then if you're watching my videos, you already know I've done it here before. Because at one time I did it on the cheap. I ran them wires to here. I had the threaded rod here, and then sub-wiring under the bottom. I didn't like it, so yeah, I'm just gonna take some wooden dowel rod like I did here. I need to sand that down, by the way, but yeah, wooden dowel rod and some glue and hammer that shit in. It works like a champ, guys, for real. It works really good. But other than that, yeah, I need to get my ass to work. I'm waiting on Billy to get here. Billy said he was coming by today. Mr. F-160. He might be scared. He might have thought I brought that black Jeep. 'Cause I already told him. Guys, today I popped off that 150.4 in the black Jeep. I caught him, told him he didn't want none of that. Like, that F-160 don't want none of it. I will mess him up. He don't want none of that black Jeep. I will park beside him and shut him the hell down. As long as we're not playing on SPL or hair tricks or anything to do with the audio, I will shut his ass down.
A good day to go to Main Street window tinting. We're going to ask them some questions.
Oh, hello. How can I help you?
I have a 2001 Suburban. I'd like all the windows tinted, full strip on the windshield, full windshield done.
Yeah, I'm pretty new here. We had a guy here named Dustin. We had to fire him yesterday. We use professional window film here. And I'll tell you right now, this is the best you can get. But you want the whole windshield tinted?
The whole windshield.
With a strip on it?
With a strip.
Every other window. You want them like blacked out or just medium? What you want done?
I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want to see nobody.
Okay, so, yeah, it's going to be hard driving. We'll do 5% on everything. We got this Max Black. We'll put on windshield. I'd do it for $80. All of it.
$80 sold. Let's go. Let's go.
I'll have it done in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. We'll get it done. Let's pull it around back this Sunday. Debbie pulling that threaded rods out. I don't know. A lot of people, they don't like the old threaded rod. I've had no trouble using it as a pass-through speaker connection. I know a lot of people use it with really good results. I've got some really good numbers out of it, so, you know, I ain't even worried about numbers anymore. If y'all watch my shit, you know when I test them low frequencies. Because we want to hit them lows, baby. The lows. I don't care if I do a 60 at 30-something or 64, 65. I'm worried about them lows. What that bitch do at 20? Ooh, look at Bobby Yeager. Damn. Oh, yeah, old Bobby Yeager there. Oh, that was Billy for a minute. Ford's Ford, you know. But, yeah, Deb getting them. She getting them unscrewed. Now, this side here, I done showed you. It's going to be the bad one. But, it is what it is, guys. Oh, you ain't got to try to pull it like that. That'll mess up. I just hammer it out from the inside. Okay. That's where I got that hammer.
The other one unscrewed.
Yeah. That right there, that's Thor's hammer, guys. That's Thor's hammer. That was, I got that for Dustin for a gift because he didn't have a damn soft, a mallet like soft, yeah. I think I wound up using it more than he has.
He ain't really been here.
That day that we did some port in here, I asked him for a soft mallet. He brought me a regular hammer with a rack tape to it. Hey, you gotta love the fact that he just makes shit work. But anyway, guys, we getting these out of here so I can crawl down the bottom and start drilling holes. put some of them back in, it'll be all good. But anyway, so Deb took the white vinyl off the top of the windshield. And I'm unsure about it at this point because I think I like the way it looked having it. But anyway, I got the terminal was out of there. We still got a washer stuck over. Absolutely giving no shits. But if we can get a film, we film down in there. Yeah, you see them terminals back there. Yeah, baby. So we got that done. We got the infamous F-160 here. Motherfucking 1612 stuff in that bitch. You know that bitch is stupid. That thing will play like 17 hertz with both windows down. He's done it. I ain't got some impressive as shit. Like, and Jangalang, I roll a window up, I'm playing that low. We do have the terminals out here. Right now, we're working on that. And Billy got this all up there to hook it up. I got to shorten this wire because this is the one that ran over there. So he's getting this worked on the outside. Now, I have to get on the inside of the enclosure, and the first thing I need to do in there, I got a vacuum where I did all that drilling. Cause I like to keep everything cleaned while I'm working. And Billy been over on the side wiring that shit up. Yeah, and I bought a spool of wire the other day, and I brought it out here. We got some DS18 wire, but it's 8 gauge. Look what I say right there, baby. OFC. So this is actually good looking wire. I ain't even gonna lie. And it's heavy as shit for a little 100-foot spool of wire. So I'm gonna make all new wires that go on the inside. And that's why I brought my bag of goodies. We got heat shrink. That cherry lime ginger vape juice, baby. And these I've been finding on Amazon. And guys, you can't beat this, man. These things are like $3 on Amazon and they're copper. I mean, granted, they throw a bunch of different in there. You know they made in China. They throw you like some curved balls with lug size, but there's some in there that definitely fit 8 gauge. Them washers, and I didn't purposely bring that crap, but we got it. So yeah, I can make all new wires for in there. And that's pretty much my only goal today is to get speaker wires in the bottom chamber ready to put the new subs in. I believe the new subs will be here to be picked up. Because same thing, they're shipping them on a pallet. So we had to go back to Florence to get them. Since the wife went with me last week when we got mine, or week before last, she's just gonna run up there Tuesday by herself and pick them up. So it'll be like next Sunday when we actually get to put them in. But everything will be done and it'll be ready. Like honestly, the only thing we'll have to do is put the subs in, make a couple new port boards to shrink that port, and it'll be ready to go. But anyway, I'm gonna get my ass back to work. You see, I told y'all Billy works. Look, he got a hand. He didn't even have to look at what he's doing. He a master at this shit.
All right, we got a belly-sized speaker hole. Jerry up in there working down in the hose.
Told y'all I actually do stuff from time to time.
Only when Dustin's on vacation.
I miss Dustin.
So.
We miss Dustin.
We put the new wires down yonder. Get away from his crack.
Don't look at my crack, guys.
All right, well, we're going to let him finish feeding wires.
Well, we're making wires.
Making wires, whatever he's doing, and he'll get back to you.
Do. That's how we get loud, is that boss audio. So I made the wires long enough that you can really get a sub on a baffle. Like so, like we got plenty of room. There's one wire here though. It's coming out the front hole, and it should be. Oh, where's that? It should be coming out right there. So I ain't gonna lie to you guys. This DS18 wire ain't bad. But so I got all that done. Really, all I need to do is like split these and, you know, take some of it off. I ain't gonna do that till we put subs in though. But everything's like good and bolted in back there. Let me see if I can get some zoom going. And them aren't, the two reds aren't touching. The other one, there's a gap in between them. But guys, we got that done. I can't really mess with the front port in here right now. I did vacuum everything out. And we're always having a hard time in this shop with finding some good 8-gauge speaker wire. There we got Sky High Car Audio. You know, I didn't even remember putting Sky High in this bitch. But it works. Yeah, I don't remember ever buying Sky High to put in here, but I guess I did. So I got that done. Big shout out to my homeboy Billy there. He come out and he definitely helped me on this. The only problem was he actually, this is a bad little light from Matco, but take it in. He showed up after I had the subs out, which you guys know me. I was definitely gonna try to pawn that off on Billy. Like, Billy, get in there and pull them subs. Them bitches are heavy. So my Temu wire connectors, guys, I'm not even gonna lie, for a couple dollars. I did use all of like one section in here, but I already paid for itself. So no hate on that at all. And all in all, today was a pretty easy day. I might try to find, I don't know. I really need to find a sander and sand the old dowel rods I hammered in there down. But at this point, I think we're just trying to get this thing together for ruckus, and maybe this winter. Like I said, we're trying to take a build or two on to do. But in spare time this winter before show season kicks off, I'd really like to pull everything back out of here, paint that rear port in there. Even if I just paint it black or red, whatever, I'd like to paint it. And I think I want to check on some kind of epoxy. And I want to epoxy all the enclosures on the inside. Like bottom chamber, top chamber. The only thing I'm running into is I need to find an epoxy that I can put on the sides, because this shit's already built and it ain't all going to run down to the baffle. I just need to get it where some of it will stay on there so it'll be nice and smooth. But that's the subject for a whole nother time. But at this point, I mean, this was like this when I came in. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I did get this socket up here out of a drawer. And I definitely don't want to be the guy that comes into Dustin's shop and uses all his shit and doesn't put it back where it goes. I mean, there's enough shit in here laying around, so I got that back. So yeah, I got a few tools back here at Dustin's that I use that I definitely got to put back. But other than that, I'm trying to put shit back where I find it. Like if I find it laying here, I want to put it back there. Give me that wrench there, honey. And you got the pliers, so I don't know where they go.
Where did you get the scissors from?
The scissors were on the table up here in the front. Yeah. So, damn it. Yeah. I'm just trying to put his shit back. I did the same thing when I worked in Billy's shop. I put his shit back where I found it. If you don't know where it goes, lay it in front of the toolbox. Now, I did lay a bunch of this wire down here, but Dustin's got projects coming up, and I know there's a lot of pieces of wire there he can use that is still good wire. I mean, every bit of the wire that I took out of here is OFC 8-gauge. So, even if you're doing work on a customer car, it's better to use used OFC 8-gauge than it is to use new CCA 8-gauge or 10-gauge, whatever, you know. It's going to be a bigger, better wire. I do need to run to the store tonight or tomorrow and buy a pack of number 10 screws because fuck you, Spax. Anyway, guys, we about done. I mean, I got shit done pretty quick today, so I'm kind of happy. Oh, shit, I got to clean this up. Anyway, I'll be back before I leave here. Well, Billy done left. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out. There's really nothing else we can do today. Not on the Blazer, so yeah. It's ready for new subs. And I do got to make a couple pieces of port, but other than that, I mean, I can't even really do that till I get subs in there. So, I'm sitting here doing nothing. Guess we're getting ready to drive back home. I get to drive Bobby Yaga back up in here, though. But, yeah, I mean, it's been a productive day. It's just, I think, me and Dustin get shit done really, really quick. And today, I kind of just, like, lounged around and did shit kind of slow. But, you know, with whatever. I mean, I ain't got to say about myself because Billy did help with the wiring for the amps on the side. We got all that done. Nothing really to do. I think tomorrow, though, I'm going to go through my scrap wood and layer some pieces of wood in the box in the black Jeep to see if it'll improve it. So maybe I can get that like 50 up to a 51, 52. You never know. I might do that because I ain't really got anything else to do. I might need to mow my yard tomorrow, which means I got to get gas for the lawnmower. And guys, if you've seen me with that lawnmower, you know I fight that thing. I got to put it on battery charger for an hour. I got a plan. I think I'm going to take the screen off the top, and there's a big nut in there that is the crank of the motor. I could just like turn the key on, hit it with my impact, start it up, and I'm golden, baby. Don't need to buy a battery for that. I mean, who would buy a battery for their lawnmower this late in the season? Not me. So that's something I do need to check on. I don't really want to mow, but I need to. But I don't know. It's like I kind of have a free day tomorrow, you know, and I normally don't have free days ever. I always got something to work on. There ain't a whole lot I can do to Jangalang. I don't really want to mess with Jangalang right now. So the Blazer, I ain't really going to be able to do anything to it. So that comes down to work on black Jeep or mow the yard. I kind of need to shrink that box, you know. I took advice from other people. And I built it different than how I should have. I did design it, but I was following guidance of somebody else is like, oh, no, you need this, you know, like 2 1/4 per 12. No, I mean, it needs to be dropped down to like, you know, 6 cubes or 5 1/2 in their after port displacement. So, yeah. Anyway, we got all Dustin's tools put up. Shout out, Dustin, for letting me borrow your shop. It was cool, you know, Billy come by for a little bit, but other than that, Dustin is going to fire me for telling that lady $60 on that damn Suburban, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to make some money up here. All right, guys, I'm out.